dreams, visions, and out-of-body encounters. One day, my spiritual warfare was heavy. The battle was raging around me, and I was fighting in prayer, fighting the enemy, and feeling like my battle was not being won. Hopelessness was starting to overshadow me. So I turned to my friend, my Jesus, and I said, Jesus, what is going on? Why does it feel like I am fighting this spiritual warfare alone? Where are you? Have you heard my cries for help? Do you hear my plea? The enemy wants to destroy me. He wants to destroy my family, my life. Why have you forsaken me? God, where are you? When the battle is raging, do you leave your soldiers on the front line to defend for themselves? I know that's not the truth, Jesus, but why does it feel like this? And all of a sudden, I saw Jesus standing in front of me. He grabbed my hand and he led me up above into the throne room of God. And there I was standing with my brother, and the Son standing before the Father. I looked at the Father in his eyes and I said, Daddy, have you forsaken me? Have you left me to fight by myself? Have you left me to defend myself? Why do I feel alone? Why do I feel like I have to defend myself? Because that is not what sons do, Daddy God. And the Father looked at me with love and he smiled. And all of a sudden, he picked me up in his arms and he stood up and he looked over the battlefield. He looked at my enemy with the intensity of a lion hunting down his prey. And there I was, the small person held in the arms of a mighty, huge, holy God. And all of a sudden I saw the picture change. It wasn't only me that was in his arms. I was not alone on the battlefield. And I could see all my brothers and sisters that are struggling with spiritual warfare and hardships and tribulations. And I wasn't alone. And the Father stands up, he looks at the enemy and he roars over the battlefield. This roar is a territorial roar. And the very fabric of heaven shook. The earth vibrated as Father God roared over the battlefield. And I didn't know what was happening. I was overwhelmed in his presence. The roar was so loud, I did not know what to do. It felt like every fiber of my being was broken, and I couldn't hear what he was roaring, what he was saying. It was just so loud. And all of a sudden I could see the chains that the enemy had ensnared me with falling to the ground. I could see my baggage disappearing. I could see the darkness of hopelessness running away. And all of a sudden I stood there before Father God, a son, clean, pure. And that's when I heard it. That's when I heard the sound of his roar. It was his laughter. His laughter is his battle cry. His joy is his battle cry. And he laughs at the schemes and the plans of the enemy, as if to say, you think you can defeat my son's blood. And he laughs. He goes out before me. He brings back the head of my enemy and he says, here is your victory, my son, my daughter. And I release the laughter of Father God over you. I release joy that is your strength. Joy is not only our battle cry, it is our weapon Joy sustains us. Joy holds us. I release the joy of heaven over you. Let's laugh with Father God at the plans and schemes of the enemy.